So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Welcome back to another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. You know, it does my heart well to have this time together where we'll unplug, unwind. We'll chat about this and chat about that. And I have a lot of guests lined up for today. It's going to be action-packed, and I don't want you to miss a second of it. Right now, I need your help, though. I need you to log on to 225bulletinboard.com. Let's nominate teachers or support team members that's really going above and beyond in order to help us get it done. I've teamed up with my friends over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys with Gordon Gibbs and Tan Cares. And we need your help to nominate these wonderful teachers and support team members so we can select 2 winners each month. Each winner will receive $250 and some space on some of our billboards just as a token of our appreciation. To say thank you, we see you, and we cannot do this without you. We're going to pay it forward and encourage others to do the same. So be sure to log on and make that happen. We're selecting those winners now, as a matter of fact, at 225bulletinboard.com. You know, today we're going to chat with, I'll start here, the world-renowned Mario Lopez. He's bringing along a very special guest, Dr. Dixon. Now, she was once upon a time appointed by the White House to get the message clear. And now they have teamed up with Cox Communications, and they have a $25,000 scholarship available. And this is taking place for the youth. So once you get those creative kids and you ask them to tap in, now it's a world within reach. Not only do they qualify to win that $25,000 scholarship, but with their phone case design, they'll see some of their designs in some of these Cox Communication stores for sale. I got excited. I was like, wait, can I design it for my rotary phone too? Hello? Hello? They said no. And I kind of aged out. So we're going to do this one for the babies. And we also have some brilliant doctors in the hot seat and on the tan line as the Ad Council, American Medical Association, and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. Big words sounded out. CDC, they're going to be in the hot seat on the tan line, and we're talking about it. A lot of misinformation that gets out and how important it is that we stay on top of things and ask the questions and get the answers that we feel will educate us enough to make a good decision that's best for us and our families. So thank you so much to Dr. Brian Mans and Dr. Willie Underwood III for taking time out of their schedule. We're going to chat with them. And when it comes to the world of entertainment, Shazam of HTown. Now, he's no stranger to the R&B world, like a king at inking these hits. But now he's doing something different in his solo career. Shazam, he has new projects out, but I have a lot of questions on knowing that going from an entity that was once supportive to now supporting yourself in that space. What does that look like? What prompted you to say that independent would be the best move for Shazam? And I wanted to learn more about that music too. So we're going to talk about all of that. And how about we get over some of our fears? Some of the fears that you may not even know exist. Which ones? I'm glad you asked. Did you know that mother-in-law fear is really a thing? According to Mental Floss, many may have pantherophobia. Pantherophobia is the intense fear of your mother-in-law. You didn't know that, did you? Okay, well, now you know. And maybe you're stuck in a routine and you're afraid of doing something new. Well, you're not alone. According to medicinenet.com, it's called neophobia. Have you ever heard of this? Neophobia, like I'm not making this up. Neophobia. Neophobia. If you're afraid of change, you may have neophobia. It's the fear of anything new, like situations, situationships, places, things, people. They usually have problems with trying new gadgets, like, new foods or new habits. And please don't attempt to give them new schedules. So the next time they try to switch you up at work with a new schedule, putting you up on game right now, tell them you have neophobia. I might be afraid of that new schedule. Let's talk about it later. You be sure to keep it locked if you would like to be a guest to talk about your nonprofit organization or just some of the things that you're doing as a community stakeholder, or if there's a story you would like to be told in your voice. I'd love to have you get that message out. Let's talk. Hit me up. Submit your information at LaTangela.com. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sunshine.
LaTangela.
How are you? Listen, thank
Good,
y'all
thank you.
so much for taking time out of your schedule to join me today in the hot seat and on the tan line. I know that you have been busy. It's like a whirlwind. And first and foremost, I have to get this fangirl moment out. Dr. Mona, I'm not sure if you know it or not, but the world's greatest is hanging out with the world's greatest right now. And both of you together are just a powerhouse that's doing the most for all of the right reasons. I know that you have this big partnership that's taking place. And as the CEO of Inspired by Mona, and of course, the Mario Lopez, that has a career spanning over 4 decades, go figure out how that math is mathing. You have been everywhere, raising awareness and showing up in the spirit of excellence. So tell me a little bit about the connection that we're having now and us getting these kids inspired just to imagine and to pay it forward, because I have been trying my best to come up with some type of a case design for my rotary phone. Is this how I qualify? No, no, no.
Yeah, basically, first of all, I've been involved in the Boys and Girls Club since I was a little kid, maybe about 5 years old. And I have nothing but awesome things to say about the clubs. And I love being able to give back. And they always have really cool partnerships like the one we have with Cox Mobile right now, where we have this phone case design contest for a $25,000 scholarship, which is really cool. We're obviously promoting creativity and technology for kids, and we appreciate partners like Cox, and they've been partners, by the way, since the 70s, and this is the 20th anniversary. And again, it provides a little incentive for the kids and keeps a safe haven for them to stay off the streets, and a great future start there.
Absolutely. And Dr. Mona, for you, I know that Boys and Girls Club, they played a significant role for you. Tell us a little bit about the importance of spreading light and telling people how great they are and for us to have this partnership.
Oh, well, absolutely. So basically, Cox Mobile and Boys and Girls Clubs of America are officially launching their first ever phone case design contest. And Boys and Girls Club kids who are teen members in Cox Mobile markets have the opportunity to submit their phone case designs. And then there will be 22 finalists. And out of that, one grand finalist winner who will win a $25,000 scholarship. And then they also will have the opportunity to get an upgraded Cox Innovation Lab at their local club. So it's just a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful partnership between Cox, again, like Mario said, since the 1970s. But this design contest will be basically celebrating the 20th anniversary of Cox Innovation Labs in local Boys and Girls Clubs, over 100 of them all across the nation.
Right. And whenever we're telling these kids to think ahead, pay it forward, be innovative, this a world within reach. Everyone has a cell phone that's in their hand. That little gadget in these cases, for them to see their design possibly come to life and be sold in all of these different stores, how cool would that be? And I know with the Reimagine Lab that you're doing for the club itself, what are some of the benefits that the kids in the area and those who should join the club would get?
Well, aside from the $25,000 scholarship, which is obviously a huge incentive and can help out a lot of kids in these communities, you're going to get a lot of kids working together. And again, at the end of the day, we're promoting creativity and technology for these kids. And the phone's a powerful thing. It could be a powerful thing for information and resources if used wisely. So we obviously want to raise awareness of them for that.
Absolutely. And whenever we're creating these safe hubs for kids to join, we know for a fact that we're taking them off the streets. We're giving them that inspiration, but we're also nurturing the future and the present. So I want all of the families to tell their kids, look, you got that cell phone. We're about to get in here and get creative. Let's get it done with a world within reach. It's open right now. I'm about to get in here and do an etch and sketch just so I can see if I got my creative genes going. You see, I think that's
Get
my
your
cutting
creative
edge
juices on.
design.
Yeah, I agree. Well, good luck.
Absolutely. And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. We are definitely encouraging everyone to learn more about it. And how can they get registered now?
Well, they can go to the Boys and Girls Club website, which I believe is what was it, Mona? You know,
Yeah, so I think it is cox.com/phone design contest.
that's right.
I love it. It's open right now. Don't wait for it. $25,000 scholarships up for grabs. And to see your design come to life and be sold in these stores, leaving your mark with a world within reach. Doctor, and none other than Mario, I appreciate y'all so much. And I
You
look
got
forward
it.
to
Thank you
seeing
for your
these
time.
designs. Chase the sun or let the sun
Absolutely.
chase you. But either way, get
All right.
after it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. Good morning, good morning, good morning, sunshine. How are you?
Fantastic. Good morning.
Doc, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know that you have been busy. This has been a whirlwind and you are on a great mission. So is it just us? Do we have more coming? Because I got a lot of questions that need a lot of answers.
Yeah, the other doctor's on his way.
Okay, good. We'll give him some time. He needed his
All
call.
right. Yes.
What part of the world are you chiming in from today?
I live in Buffalo, New York, but I'm from New York City. I mean, I live in Buffalo, New York, but I'm currently in New York City.
Okay. I'm here in the great state of Louisiana. So
Yes.
we definitely appreciate the work that you and your team are doing. It's
Very
needed.
great. And the work that you're doing as well. Without you, we don't have a way to connect with them. So greatly appreciate it.
That. Thank you. Thank you.
It's you know, interesting how media has transformed, our perception of it has transformed, but the bottom line is that this is our opportunity to connect with each other and have conversations and dialogue and gain information. So we
I love
appreciate
that.
that you're doing this, and without you, we wouldn't be who we are as a nation. So thank you.
Thank you.
And the community.
You know, one thing about media and the way that it has morphed itself, it's almost like you almost have to jump ahead of the curve with the work that you're doing because now everybody's a reporter, everybody's
Yeah.
a scientist, everybody has an
Yeah.
answer. And if you use a hashtag and a retweet and it pops up first, that's got to be the gospel. So it's
That's
almost like, what about this research that Dr. Underwood and his team been putting in for decades?
Yeah,
You know?
right.
So how do you use the media to make sure that you're getting through the fluff and delivering the proper information so people don't get lost in that smoke?
Well, we're doing this, like we're doing CDC, the Ad Council, and working with you, but also having relationships where we can have conversations like what we're going to have to sort of hopefully be the voice, get the information out. Now, the harder part is when people say, I heard you, but I don't believe you. Well, I don't really know what to say. And I believe, Aunt Sally over here who said this. I'll tell you a quick story. My daughter was in the second grade. I was sitting with her classmates over lunch, and it was during election time, and they were telling me all this stuff. And one of the young girls kept saying, well, my brother said this, and my brother said that, and my brother. So I said, well, who's your brother? And she says, and my daughter says, he's in kindergarten.
And his word is bond because
Bond.
he said it. It's got to be real.
That's right.
He's my brother and I love him.
Correct. I was
Right.
like, wait a minute. You argue with me on the words
Yes.
of a kindergartner?
Right. And instead of looking at you like, explain yourself, Dr. Underwood. Explain it.
Correct.
And you've been doing this for quite some time, though. It's not like you're a stranger to this industry. I was just going through the bio and I was blown away. Board
Oh, thank
certified
you.
urologist, over 20 years and 10 years with robotics. It's like you see the difference in
Yeah,
how medicine once was, how it is now,
correct.
and where you're taking it. What does that look like for you, especially with the transitioning with it being robotics and all?
Well, I mean, we thought so. It's interesting. 20 years ago, robotics revolutionized robotic surgery and urology, GYN, cardiac surgery, and then general surgery. And we thought that that was awesome, right? A lot of other technologies. But now you're going to have AI in medicine, how that interaction is going to happen, how, x-rays, will not only be read by a physician, but it'll be augmented by machine learning and science, right? We have the ability to begin to think about maybe predicting diseases in populations or in individuals based upon information that we can analyze in rapid times before we could do it before. So yeah, this is unbelievable.
Right.
And again, at the time, like I said, I thought, wow, this is awesome. We're doing robotic surgery or robotic assisted surgery. This is amazing. Now we're thinking about, can you operate on people in other places, in other countries, across the ocean, or in the town next door who may not have a robot, right? Be able to get a top-notch surgeon there, but a surgeon be able to operate on them from New York City in Louisiana. Baton Rouge,
Wow,
right? Can you
that
imagine that?
that is wild.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing, but now you see that it's
Right.
so close to where it's possible. And with masterminds and these brilliance behind it, such as yourself and your team, it's awesome. You know what? I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk about the misinformation that we get in our community when it comes to should I get a flu vaccine? What's going on with the new information that they're feeding us? I know that you and your team, you're working with Ad Council, the American Medical Association, as well as the CDC. And I was startled by the numbers of people that had the flu in 2023 and 2024. And I was like, wait a second, 34 million people? That's a lot. And when we are getting this information, good morning, how are you?
Good morning. Doing very
Morning.
well.
Good. And when we're getting this information on the flu vaccines, when we should get it, if we should get it, some of the reasons that we may not get it, what are some of the things that you and your team really just lead out of the experience that you have to educate those to make it more suitable for them to at least listen to the information?
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
good morning. We are certainly within the current throes of flu season. Um, we're recommending that everyone who's eligible, 6 months and older, to receive their flu vaccine this year. Every flu season is different, but from prior experiences, what we've learned is that this respiratory season will likely be combined with COVID-19, the virus that causes COVID-19, RSV, and flu. And so there will be additional burden of respiratory viruses circulating within the community. It's important that
But
everyone, yep.
Dr. Mans, when you said 6 months and older, I was like, wait, I didn't realize that they could start so young. So every time we get information from the CDC, which is a very trusted source, you want to take that and not take it lightly or not get it confused with the other information that's floating around. So, how often should the parents hold these conversations, especially with babies that's coming up with the common cold more often than not because they're going to daycare? Or with the elementary school students, like should they be on a 6 month check-in period or what does that look like?
So I'll tell you, as a parent myself, parents should always check in with their pharmacist, their doctor, their nurse practitioner with any questions that they may have related to vaccines. They're incredibly safe, they're incredibly effective, and most importantly, they can protect us all from some of the more severe complications from flu. So I'd encourage parents to, regularly check in with their healthcare provider, do their own research online, verify the information that you're reading and seeing maybe on social media with your healthcare
Uh-huh.
provider, and ultimately, kind of make the best decision moving forward for vaccination.
Right. And for the both of you, I'll put this out there, in our community, there is a lot of misinformation, and sometimes we just do not trust the information as it comes across. So that's a hindrance for us. How important is it that we, in these times, do preventive methods? And what are some of those preventative methods that you would recommend?
Well, thank you. That's an extremely important question. Misinformation leads to people perishing, dying unnecessarily from diseases that can be prevented, such as the flu, right? So, as you stated earlier, tens of millions of people will be diagnosed with the flu, 41 million last year, 18 million seek medical attention because of it. Little short of 500,000 were hospitalized and 25,000 died. Of those, 200 of them were children. Now we know that African Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans are at higher risk of suffering from the burdens of the flu. So having that information, if you're at higher risk, suffering from the burdens, less likely, to be able to go to work if you get the flu, productivity, take care of your families, less likely to be able to interact with your families during the holiday season without exposing them, to the illness. This is the kind of information that we need and take advantage of. When you can go to a place like getmyflushot.org and find out information where you can get a flu shot and get a flu shot, which is extremely simple and quick to reduce the burden, unnecessary hospitalizations, sickness, and loss of productivity, then we have to do that.
Yeah. And I really appreciate the way that you broke that down. Whenever we're down, life slows down with the ability to work, with the ability to take care of ourselves and our loved ones. And we're already burning from an empty cup in most cases. So we can't afford not to make sure that we're getting the flu shot, and making sure that we're taking our families with us as well. And 'tis the season, because I think I woke up with a little sniffle trying to figure it out. I said, is it because I'm talking to the doctors this morning? I have a long checklist. Doc, can we talk about this, and this as well while I got you? This campaign that you all are doing, you're reaching the masses. If there's one major walkaway that you want everyone to get and to take this message and run with, what would it be?
Well, I'll just say it'd be very, very important to make the healthiest decision this flu season, and that's getting your flu shot. I do also want to encourage folks to take that next step, so it doesn't end there once you get that shot. We are a community, and I think it's important to talk to your friends, your family, your neighbors, those who you really care about, and really amplify your experience so that you can really move those other folks who may be on the fence, or they may be sort of in the middle as far as their decision making for vaccination. Just share your experience and help them move forward to make their healthiest choice possible.
Doctor?
And I second that. That's well said. It's awesome. And the reason you want to share it with your friends is that because we often share bad information, right? It's time to share good information. Hey, I've gotten my flu shot every year for the last 10 years, and I've never gotten the flu. I've never gotten sick. I didn't die from it. It's safe, right? Compared to saying, well, I heard from someone on the internet who's a cousin of a friend who said they got this and this bad thing happened to them, right? That's how we dispel misinformation and inadequate information.
Absolutely. And I want you both to think of this as an extension of your office. And whenever you're in Louisiana, feel free to jump in the hot seat and on the tan line, because we have a lot going on in the city and surrounding areas. So I encourage you to get here and get here soon. And in the meantime, how can we tell them to find a location near us to be able to get these flu vaccines?
I'd certainly recommend to visit getmyflushot.org. Dr. Underwood has been, pretty amazing at highlighting the value of this collaboration between CDC, the American Medical Association, and the Ad Council. So getmyflushot.org is where you can go to find the nearest location where you can get your vaccines.
Yes. And I know that both of you have more work to do. So I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. What up? What up? What up? Wait, can you hear me? Hold on a second. No, it's not you, it's me. Hold tight. Don't leave me. Don't leave me now. I gotta make sure my speakers are working because last thing I need is not to be able to hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Can you hear
you.
me?
There you go. You know I'm a little slow. I don't be knowing how to work all this.
There we go. There we go. Bob, what's up? What's
What's
up?
going on with you? What's up with you?
You know what? This has truly made my day. I appreciate you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join me in the hot seat nor the tan line. I
Most
thought you were
definitely.
trying to run away from this interview, though,
Oh,
Shazam.
nah, man. I was just on my manager. I got to be. That's how they already. We got something to do. People start calling. All I need to know. So I had to just put some fires out. But that's why I asked as soon as you call me. You click to call me.
And
But
I
what's up, though?
appreciate
How
that
you
too.
been? You been all right?
I've been good. I would be a lot better if you just took the field trip from HTown to Baton Rouge to come have this conversation. But for
Man,
now, this
one
will
day,
do.
one day we got to do that. You
Yeah,
come down here, one of the two. You know what I'm saying?
one of the two. Meet me halfway. I
Yeah,
got the
yeah,
mic. You got the lyrics. We
yeah.
ready or we ready?
That's it, baby. That's it. What's going on, though?
You are absolutely no stranger when it comes to the world of entertainment. You have been a force to reckon with for so many years, and you're still bringing that heat. You find ways to reinvent the wheel. It's almost
Yeah,
like the music, the lyrics, the melodies, all of the messaging. It's oozing through your pores. It's just a fiber of your being, right?
yeah, yeah.
How did you know that you wanted to be an entertainer on a professional level versus it just being a hobby for you?
Well, I come from a musical background, from all my uncles and aunts, and they were singers or musicians. I come from a family of musicians too, so it's like kind of just growing up seeing my grandmother. My grandmother was a singer, and
Really?
her kids, like which is my uncles and aunties, they were singers and musicians. So I grew up around it. Me and my brother Dino, we grew up around it, looking at them, and we're like, you know what? We went out. We started off kind of doing, in the hood doing bad things, but like, you know what, this is something we can keep us out of trouble. I see a lot of friends around me was dying and going to jail and everything like that. And I realized I didn't want that life. So me and my brother just pursued, the singing careers and been doing it. When I actually started singing really, not professionally, but like really taking it serious, I'm gonna say around 10 or 11 years old when we like trying to make it, get in talent shows and here we are.
Yeah, and here we are. And you have painted the soundtrack for so many special moments for so many people. And as you found your way and you etched your mark, you've experienced some situations to where you understand that the music industry is a business, and some businesses they take a turn. Even as creatives, that's what we want to do. We want to create. We want to be able to thrive in our level of creativity without the vultures, without the world taking us by storm. How have you been able to weather that storm to say, I still have my creative space and even the desire to do what I love in spite of all of those other challenges that you had to overcome?
Well, for me, man, right now, I just decided, to stay independent. Started my own label, Shazam Music Inc. Then we have
Congratulations.
yeah, we have HTown Music Inc. too. Also, that's when we do HTown. But I'm on a solo journey right now. I'm dropping for the drop of. I've been dropping solo songs, and I'm gonna drop solo EP. But also, we still have the HTown thing we doing too. So that's still in the making too.
Yeah.
So I just decided, man, to stay independent and to start to reinvest back into myself. So instead of having labels to invest into me, I basically say, okay, you know what? I'm still doing shows all over the world, and maybe I should take some of this money and invest it back into me. So, I kind of, that's what gave me the drive to where I'd have to go take a deal to where, you hear about all the crazy things in the industry. And I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I ain't
And man,
doing that.
man, listen now.
So
And,
I
and you
just,
know what? I'm glad you brought that up because so much goes on within an industry that we love that is done in plain sight. And until one trickle begins to flicker and everybody else starts to be like, hey, you see what's going on? That's hot. Now, when people who have been doing it or at least attempting to do it the right way finally have that, it ain't even a aha, I told you so moment. It's not
yeah,
even a man, look at this. It's almost like, I wasn't lying. That's how you kind of got to throw your hands up and say, see what I've been saying? Like,
yeah.
when all of this started happening, did you have just a moment where you said, "Oh, I saw the storm, but look at this"?
Yeah. I mean, most definitely. We had the moment just seeing how the industry just went. It's like so many of the crazy stuff that's going on in the industry, and to get a deal or to not get a deal, and it just so he's like I just decided, man, to kind of be my own boss in every way. I started, studying the people like the Master P's and the Luke. Like I come from an independent guy, which was Luther Campbell, that started off
Yeah.
independent. So I just decided to create that thing again, but just build my own marketing company, my own marketing team, and promote my music the best way I know how. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to try to reach my fans. I have fans out there all over the world. So
Yeah.
it's a different day and ball age to when you really find out that you could just invest into yourself, and not to knock nobody or none of the labels or nobody, but you just decide to say, I'm gonna stay in control of my own destiny. And that's what kind of got me going today. And the drive is to stay in control of my own destiny. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
love that. And so many people need to hear, you don't need the validation of a company. Yeah, it may be easier when all cylinders are clicking and you have a powerhouse behind you that's either going to force feed it and give you that presentation that makes it like clockwork. Yes. But with every decision, there's something attached to something. So just make
Mhm.
sure that you work in a system that's worth it for you,
Yeah,
and if you're going to do something, what does that level of freedom look like for you, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. And don't get me wrong. Even if it's sometimes you could join with other major corporations, but you just got to make sure that that whatever corporation you do a deal with, that it's gonna be like you said. You're not just giving all your rights away. You're still holding on to something, because sometimes it can be easier. But with myself, I'm independent. I'm doing everything myself. Not to say I would never do nothing with a major, but the deal would have to be right. It had to be on
Yeah.
my terms.
Yeah.
It had to be on my terms and my situation. But I'm not gonna do well. I wanna still keep ownership of all my music, all my new music that I'm doing today.
Yeah,
And
because
if that
it's
not
like
getting it
hindsight.
right, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hindsight is 2020, right, Shazam?
Yeah,
And
most
you have inked some hits with your brothers by your side, because then this y'all in this in the
yeah.
trenches together. Y'all had some of the biggest hits of the 90s, and y'all kept that going. If you were in 2024 looking back at that 1990s self, fresh on the scene, writing and inking and doing all these tours, emotions make you,
Oh.
hey, like, what would you tell that version of yourself today, sitting from where you sit right now?
Well, I think I probably would tell myself that most definitely when it been spending money like going crazy. I think I'd have put more of my money away back. We young, and I always tell myself, if I would have listened back then of some of the financial advisors I had back then, I probably would have been retired at 40. Like literally didn't have to do nothing. But I most definitely would have save more of my money, invest more of my money, not took a lot of things. Because I think you so young, you think it's gonna last forever. I'm gonna always make this, big money. But a lot of guys like ourselves, even though we have hits, but we still have to figure a way to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like for me
Yeah.
right now, everything I'm doing is almost like I never left, but it's still like it's a comeback for me to get myself back to where I once was, you know what I'm saying? And on that level, how it was we did it back in the days. But
Yeah.
the hit records that we have done, it sustained us to where we can still go tour and make money that we all over the world, not just in the States, but everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I am grateful for that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And your fan base, we have grown with you through
Yeah,
all of
we are
the
grown with us.
transitions, all of the phases. You're still topping Billboard charts right now. You're
Yeah,
dropping this
yeah,
hit. And I mean, Billboard adult R&B, talk about Shazam out here talking about something. You know what I mean? He got
yeah,
these lyrics, he got these melodies, these mics are hot. What should we expect? Because the world has it that you ain't ready.
yeah.
They're hot.
You ain't ready.
You ain't ready.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we got, that I have, I dropped a few things. I dropped a Shazam, Connor, and HTown, which was strokey dope, that did very well, went top 20 on Billboard, number one on iTunes.
Congratulations.
And then we got the one out with Bobby V called The Weekend. That's also top 10. We're in a battle right now. I think we like number 21 on the charts right now on Billboard. And it ain't been out that long as Shazam kind of Bobby V. And then I came with this one Shazam, kind of just me. You ain't ready, you know what I'm saying? Been out only like a week and a half, you know what I'm saying? So it's actually streaming really well. And it set me up for the new EP. I have probably like a 7 to 8 song EP that's gonna be coming out. So that's all gonna be. It's just like I'm branding, more focused on branding Shazam, kind of building. Then we also got the HTown. With me and GI, we went up in the studio working on some HTown stuff. So it's all just in the work. And it's like when you kind of have your own label, you the boss, you kind of controls everything. I drop records. That's why I've been just dropping records, because I can do what I want to do.
Keep dropping them, Shazam. Keep dropping them.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I got to get you the You Ain't Ready and the Weekend, the Shazam singles. I need to email you those. I don't know, you might already have them. If you already got them,
See, I had to bootleg them, and it ain't quite the same. That's why I needed you in this hot seat talking about why I got to go around to everybody else to get what I need when I know Shazam. I felt some type of way, so that's really why I wanted you in this hot seat so I could boot up. But since you came here in the spirit of love, I was like, I can't even be fighting mad right now, but I'm upset. I'm hurt that I would be last on your list.
We got to get you. Well, it's not really like that. It's just, I'm sending, I got to it's an email away. I'm about to get you the You Ain't Ready.
Thank you.
And then the Weekend and to be honest with you, when I'm doing songs, I master and mix them so many times till it get confusing sometimes. So like right now, okay, let me go sit to make sure I give her the right You Ain't Ready. Because I've been engaged. It'll be the Weekend, but it'll be the Weekend. We didn't like that master. That's why I'll be like, I got a song. So sometimes I'm going to have to call my distributor and say, hey, man, send me the actual MP3s or WAV file, because I got so many of them. I've been sent to people the wrong one.
I get it. We're talking about I'm out here bumping Weekend after next before the last. What is this?
I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But
I know
right now, I'm gonna shoot You Ain't Ready, because I know I got the right one on there, but I gotta make sure I get you the right one on the Weekend. And it's just a mixed thing. You probably wouldn't notice it, but But yeah, man,
I'm proud of you.
And we touring all over the world still. HTown, and hey man, you ain't ready. You ain't ready.
That part. And as the world wants to continue on this journey with you, how can we follow you? How can we find the music? When can we get you to the capital city? All of the above.
You can get me, you can follow me at Shazam of HTown, at Shazam of HTown on IG, and then at Shazam of HTown on TikTok. And that's mainly where I kind of intervene at. Also at HTown, the number 4 life. That's our HTown page, you know what I'm saying? On IG. We mainly just dibble and dabble on IG, you know what I'm saying? I'm still getting the technical thing down, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy. Well, I figured this out today. I done been on here before, but sometimes it be a little weary.
You did an excellent job. You showed up, you showed out, and next this gonna be in person, so we're even good with that. And in the meantime, get me one of them remixes. You ain't ready, because the world, they ain't ready.
I'm gonna get you that right now. I'm gonna get you that
right now.
I'm gonna email you that right now, and then I'm gonna get you the one with Bobby. But that You Ain't Ready, I'm gonna get that to you right now. I got the right version. I got the right.
Okay. That's right. Get me the right one. Get me right.
Yes, and sometimes I'm actually being transparent with you. A lot of times people say, "Why y'all?" I say, "Man, I be having so many of it. I be getting confused, and I just be moving." You know what I'm saying? Because when you run your own label, I have a very small staff. It's like I'm playing like 7-8 roles right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it pay to be the boss.
It does, and it's usually just me and the voices in my head, so we understand what you're talking about.
And I'm the artist on my label. You know what I'm saying? Shazam Music Inc. So I'm doing so much, you know what I'm saying? But shouts out to my team that do work with the company and everything like that. So hey, I ain't gonna discredit them now, but well, we're gonna get you that You Ain't Ready, and we're gonna get you that Weekend from Bobby V. I'm gonna sing that You Ain't Ready right now. So
right now.
So be looking out for the Weekend with Bobby V. We going up the charts on that one right now, but be looking out for that one too. I just gotta make sure you get the right master.
The right one. Or else you will hear about it.
Yeah. Or you might be playing or something like, why that one sound a little different from the other?
I got the exclusive. That's all that is.
I'm like, I done sit here and sent you the wrong one, baby, but it's all good.
Stranger things have happened, Shazam. It's cool.
But at the Lisa, how you been? Have you been good? You been cool?
Everything has been good, you know, staying busy, staying out of trouble, allowing myself to be more creative because that's where I thrive and I'm the happiest. And we're just etching to be a little healthier and happier day by day, you
That's
know,
it.
in all
That's it.
aspects of life,
That's it.
all
Well, hey, man, it
aspects.
was a pleasure. You know, it's always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
Always a
Promise
pleasure.
that.
Anytime you call me anytime, you know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
Even if I ain't thinking, I'm telling you, my mind, I tell people, my mind be all over the place. But you know, you just hit me up or hit me. Like you hit me and you have to, oh yeah, we can do that. You know?
Yep, and made it happen. No questions
Listen,
asked.
listen, on the bridge, I'm just promoting. I'm just putting the link out there. Hey, oh yeah, let's do that. I was, you know what I'm saying? Bam. Let's
Yep.
go.
And you know, this is an extension of your office. So as you're out there, you're making it happen. I want you to think of this as an extension of your
Okay.
office because you have done so much for the industry that we love, the industry that we as artists contribute to, and never
Yeah.
underestimate the power of your presence. So
Most
even
definitely.
in those spells where you feel like, you know what, I just don't feel like doing it, just know that you've done enough, even if you decide not to do another. But
Yeah,
we want
most
some
definitely.
more.
Yeah.
But we want
Yeah.
some more.
You
So
know,
make
people
that happen.
have asked me, man, where does drive come from? Where you get this drive? I said, man, I'm just, you know, honestly, I'm being real with you. My drive come from God, but also I study people like Charlie Wilson and Tina
Yeah.
Turner. These people was way older than me,
Yep.
and they came back and they kept giving us music. Charlie right now is, you know, what was 73
King.
plus and
King.
came back at 63. I ain't know what that's 60, right? I still got some time, you know. I mean, I'm getting there, but I ain't that there. So I say they can still come back with records and do stuff, and I'm gonna go keep going while I'm still young enough and feel good enough to do it, you know. Because once it's
Yeah.
over, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my drive
Yep.
comes
Keep creating. We need more of it. We need more doses for you. So continue to do that. And I know you have more work to do. So I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
from. And much love to you too, baby. So let me get you. You ain't ready right now. Let's get
You
that.
ain't ready?
Let's get
You
you
ain't
that.
ready?
All right. You good, baby?